Scenic Eclipse is preparing to leave the port of Ushuaia. Ahead of them, Antarctica. One of the most beautiful and extreme environments on Earth. Something the ship's crew have long planned for.
Dear guests, good evening. Here is your captain, Kapitän Erwan from the bridge. Well, it's a very special, very unique moment right now as we are getting ready to sail 1,000 kilometers further south in Antarctica. So have a great evening and enjoy. Yeah, bonsoir Charbel. Oui, c'est Erwan là. Faut que je te rappelle un tout petit peu après là.
Gangway close and secure, thank you.
Très bien, merci. Sorry for speaking French, Jason. The captain of the ship over there was my cadet.
Oh, really?
15 years ago. Now he's captain, so there is a kind of respect.
Right.
And he's coming alongside on the other side, under the wind, so he wants me to protect him so he can come alongside. So he's asking me if we can delay 20 minutes and act as a windbreaker.
Winds are close to 70 kilometers per hour in the port of Ushuaia, causing a difficult situation for docking. Respecting the mariner's code, Kapitän Erwan has delayed Scenic Eclipse's departure for now.
If you don't mind a slight delay, you know, you'll see when we are in Antarctica, we help each other all the time. There is no one else but the expedition ships in Antarctica, just us, and particularly when it's an old friend there.
It's only a few ships come down here, so it's a bit like a nice community, so it's nice to help each other out, look out for each other, so yeah, just good seamanship.
Chef Tom is making use of this final opportunity to acquire fresh produce.
So good to see you again.
So good to see you.
How's the season?
Amazing.
For this trip, we have only one chance, always in Antarctica, to get whatever we need. So most of the time, we go actually to the vendor. You can actually see how challenging Antarctica is from a culinary standpoint. Oh, wow, look at this. Darling, I need that. I think it's really important that we create a good friendship. So when we come, it's always nice to see each other, so they help each other out.
Watermelons, huge as balls.
Huge as your heart.
Yes.
We take a crate, for sure. They are beautiful, Laura. They are amazing. Really, best traps I've seen here. Fantastic.
Everything will be there 1 more hour.
I love it. Thank you, Laura. Thank you for everything.
Out on the dock, Chef Tom's local produce has arrived on time.
In Antarctica, we are not able to source in between, so what we're trying to do now is we care about our produce as good as we can, so it's like our babies. So I think the most challenging we have on board is fruits. The more fragile stuff, like the strawberries, like the cherries, here we need to be very, very careful because we know we have the cherries for maybe 4 or 5 days. So we kind of give away first the cherries. Here's the bananas. If you open the banana box and you leave them in here because this is unnatural light, the banana thing is daylight all day long. So when we start to put it in here, we realized, why is the top box always faster than the rest and they're at the same stage? I said, let's cover them. Let's give them a nighttime and a daytime. It actually worked, we figured it out, so that's a good thing. After a while of experimenting, we found out how it works. And yeah, this is the way how to survive in Antarctica.
Deck 5 and observation is packed full of guests.
Okay.
Everybody's been there for 30 minutes.
Okay, so let's go now. That's perfect. Okay, very good.
Okay, yeah, bye.
Dear guests, once again, good evening. Here is your captain from the bridge. So if you are not already done so, join us on Deck 5 observation deck for this very emotional moment, very special moment, which is sailing away from Patagonia, from Ushuaia, El fin del mundo, the end of the world, and we are going to the white continent, Antarctica. thank you. That's the way we talk to each other.
From Ushuaia, Scenic Eclipse is heading south through the Beagle Channel towards the notorious Drake Passage, where the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans meet. Ever-changing weather conditions can produce 40-foot waves and gale-force winds. It's regarded as one of the most dangerous bodies of water to navigate.
092. And we're pushing up to around 15 knots. Georgina, stop the bow thrusters. And I'm sure after lazy clear, it's probably a little less. I always anticipate challenges with the weather in Antarctica. We have a good plan. As always, when you go to polar regions, you're very humble. I learned to be very humble with the weather conditions, with the ice, and we'll see how far we can go. But there is an excitement because whatever you do in Antarctica, it's absolutely magical. Hi, staff. Good morning.
Good morning, Captain. How are you this morning?
Fantastic, fantastic. Look at this weather. It's
It's a welcome surprise, Captain. It is indeed.
this is really a very, very calm Drake Passage.
I'm sure you can tell us a few stories.
Yeah. I've seen much worse than this. Yeah, up to 10 meters here. But
Oh, wow.
let's not talk about that too much.
Yes,
We don't want the wind and the swell to come. And
Don't want to encourage it, no.
yeah, let's enjoy that. And Manuel, we'll keep the stabilizers on, even if it looks like it's super calm. With this little swell like this, we never know with the guests. Some of them might be a little bit more sensitive than others, so it's looking good like this all the way to Antarctica. So, but let's keep them all the way. Okay?
Scenic Eclipse is fitted with large stabilizers to keep the ship steady for guests. As water flows over the stabilizers, a gyroscope detects when the ship starts to roll. The stabilizer fins, which are 60% bigger than the average stabilizer fitted to a traditional ship of the same size, adjust up or down to direct water over or under them. This action creates counterforce, reducing rolling by 95%. The calmer than expected conditions have given cruise director Josh an unusual opportunity.
Hey, Marlies. Yeah, I just wanted to check that everything was okay with Pilates today. So we're currently in the Drake Passage. You get told all these horror stories about how rough it's going to be and how there's going to be things flying everywhere. So I think it's a bit of a mixed demeanor amongst guests. I think people are probably glad that it's not as rough as what we expected it to be. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
We've had a jam-packed day. We've thrown in a Pilates class, which is probably the first Pilates class in the Drake Passage.
Exhale, go down. We place our right hand down and our left hand up and exhale. Very good.
A smooth Drake means a quick trip for Scenic Eclipse, which is set to arrive into the Antarctic Peninsula a day early. In this part of the world, preparation is key. Jordan is checking to make sure the Discovery survival kits are ready to go for their first guest expedition.
These are survival blankets. So we have 25 survival blankets in this kit. These right here, these are standard emergency food rations.
Hey, Jordan.
Hey, Jason, how you doing?
Good. How's the stranding kids inventory coming?
I'm just finishing up the last barrel here.
So the equipment that's in the landing barrels are actually just in case a weather event happens or ice moves in and the Zodiacs cannot retrieve people from shore. Those stranding kits have shelters, food, water, and everything necessary for up to 100 people. And do you know if the crevasse team did their full inventories?
Yeah.
One of the things, if you can follow up for me with the crevasse team, is the nylon's perishable, right? Because obviously it can get nicked and get cut, whatever. I just want to make sure that they do a full visual. Because Antarctica is so glaciated and crevasses are so prevalent there, and unfortunate thing part of with climate change is more and more crevasses are presenting. If a guest was to fall into a crevasse. That's why I have certified specialists and all the necessary equipment to be able to help conduct the rescue.
Simon from the Discovery team is guiding guests through biosecurity.
Hey guys, you here for biosecurity?
We are.
Go ahead and come on in. So far as biosecurity goes, the biggest culprit is Velcro on the bottom edge of your pants. If you have outdoor pants, kind of just checking on that stuff. So what we're doing is we're just checking the cuffs of things, things you've worn before. And so we're looking for dirt, rocks, grass, and sand. Nice.
Jumping there.
Cool. Yeah. There's more penguins.
Dear guests, here is your captain, Kapitän Erwan from the bridge. Join us on the outside deck. We have an incredible, beautiful weather as we are going to leave the Drake Passage. You've done it, and what you have in front of us is Antarctica.
How are you doing?
Oh, just overwhelmed. It's so beautiful here.
I love the contrast here with the snow, the ice cape in the background, and dramatic black vertical rocks. It's great. Fin whale, just right there. Yes.
The world's second largest whale. Yes.
Oh la la, it's beautiful. Eh? It's beautiful today. But the peninsula, where we're going to spend most of the days, is still further south, about 150 kilometers. So.
And this is a typical day down here?
Of course, with me, it's typically that day.
Yeah,
yes.
you made it especially for us.
Yes, exactly.
That's very good.
But I mean, we are perfect. We are perfect where we should be.
3 nights now.
Yeah, it's good, huh? Good. Here we are. We've made it.
Scenic Eclipse has arrived off Paulet Island, ready for the first discovery expedition.
Hi, Boris.
Morning, Captain.
Morning, how are you?
Look at this.
Yeah, it looks fantastic, eh? Welcome to paradise.
Yeah, incroyable. Bring sunglasses this morning. Good morning.
Morning.
We listening to all the penguins out here welcoming you? Last count, 100,000 nesting pairs.
100,000, yeah. Oh, wow. 100,000, incredible. They're my favorite because I like the way they jump, you know, from the ice floes. Boom, boom. Okay.
Yeah, I think it looks good. I'm gonna go get ready.
Enjoy. How many zodiacs you plan with this?
So we're gonna start with 7 total.
Okay.
And then come across.
And just all along the coast
and then all
to
along
the other
coast
side.
To the other side.
Oh, that's
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
In the galley, Chef Tom and his culinary team are making sure all 200 guests are well fed ahead of their first Antarctic expedition. While in the Zodiac garage, Discovery ornithologist Pepe is preparing to lead the team to Paulet Island to ensure the safety of the penguin colony.
Copy that. My name is Pepe Rojas. I am the ornithologist in the Discovery team at the Scenic Eclipse.
Thank you, sir. What a beautiful day.
This opportunity, this landing in Paulet Island is great because we have a unique opportunity to get very close to these Adelie penguins nesting here.
So as you all know, this is a guided site, right? Pepe, do you want to set a trail first?
Yeah.
And then come back and grab a group?
Okay.
Does that make sense for you?
Yeah.
So we can see kind of going above the beach. There is quite a bit of traffic.
I see that.
But guided, then we can guide the groups along the way.
Already?
More? Oh,
No, I think I'm good. Thank you, Jen. We are just walking along this side to make sure we don't disturb these birds, which are in a very critical time, just sitting on eggs.
Adelie penguins nest once a year in spring, and on Paulet Island, there could be up to 200,000 chicks born. Mom and Dad take turns to protect the eggs or chicks while the other is out to sea to feed.
We need to find a gap between the colony with enough distance to establish a safe route. It's all right. It's all right, everyone. The chance to be so close range to these birds and see their interactions, seeing this ecstatic call between male and female, seeing how the adults are feeding the chicks, seeing how these birds react to the skuas, and all of this happening in front of us is pretty unique because these birds are so used to our interaction, keeping our distance, that it's sort of surreal. It's hard to believe, and we are so close to see these birds in natural environment. People get really surprised by penguins. I wonder if it's the fact that these birds, they are kind of adorable. The experience, guests find this fascinating to see it in real life. So far, I'm happy with what we have set up here. And also up there is a nice vantage point away from the penguins, so we're gonna meet everybody.
Finally, after months of hard work, the preparation from the Discovery team is coming into focus as they safely escort guests to their first expedition in Antarctica.
Hello, good morning. How are you today? Very good. Please take a seat right here. So, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning. Today is your first ride in the Zodiac.
First group just landing on the beach now. Hey team, welcome to Paulet Island. So we have 100,000 nesting pairs of Adelie penguins, also some cormorants nesting right here behind us. This site is guided. Above the penguins down here on the beach, you can see the trail marked with flags, and then there's a gap in the colony up to the historic hut, and a view of a little lake out there. Got it? I got the note. Sure.
Yeah, that one's the longer one. There we go.
Good, we're gonna come up to the sound of my voice. My name is Jason Kelly, and I work on the Scenic Eclipse in the Discovery team as a naturalist. All right, we're gonna start making our way right along the flag line, please. There, there's a little chick. See it say up? Yeah. Right there. Tiny chick. Oh, yeah. When you count penguins, you count them in pairs. So when we say 100,000 pairs, might be 99,000, might be 102,000 pairs, but you also have individual young birds that are just wandering around. Yeah. Those are not technically counted, but there could be tens of thousands of those. If they all have 2 chicks, you've just doubled that to 400,000 individual birds.
Incredible.
Yeah. Now, how do we tell if they're male or female? Yeah, unless you watch one lay an egg, or you do a blood test, you cannot tell. All right, we're gonna make our way up towards the hut. We'll get a little closer to the penguin. We just wanna watch it. So this is the hut from 1903. It's called Larson's Stone Hut. This particular island has incredible human history because it was an overwintering spot, a forced, unplanned overwintering by the Scandinavian group, which was known as the Swedish Antarctic Expedition. They came down on a ship called the Antarctic, and the sound nearby is named for their ship. There's a couple of plaques. These are the names of the men. But they were marooned. They came in here, they built the stone hut out of here, and they survived the winters. They basically got here late, but there were enough penguins that they could just stack them up like cordwood. And they had to eat the penguins, eat seals. Eating penguins is not a great idea. They taste awful. It's a starvation food, but it's still food.
So an incredible story of survival. Only 1 man died in the entire expedition, but an incredible story of survival there on Paulet Island.
Well, everything that I thought we would see when we came to Antarctica, but more phenomenal. The actual smell of the penguins here is unique. The rocks are unique, the island's unique. It's hard to explain because there's nothing that I can relate it to.
So our team working together like clockwork. The guests are over the moon. I mean, literally, it's like coming to another planet out here. We got everyone back on board. We're gonna bring the rest of the gear, biosecure it, head to our next landing site. It's about 29 nautical miles from here, have lunch, go assess the secondary site for this afternoon, Brown Bluff, and it's gonna be a continental landing.
Next time on Maritime Masters, Kapitän Erwan navigates guests to Brown Bluff.
First thing is welcome to Antarctica!
Yay, Horace!
Chef Tom and his Lumiere team adapt to Antarctic demands.
You guys really like it? Good job.
And the team on the bridge attempt to navigate into Deception Island.
We have current and wind that are very unstable at the entrance.